but they'll still need to convert on third.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
On first down at Stanford. Screenplay, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. We were just talking about him pregame. 3 tackles for a loss. Last week you thought he looked so explosive on film. Starting off good there, another one in the first quarter.
He's every bit of what you described, and I don't want to make it too simplistic, but right now for him, it's see ball, get ball, and that's what he's doing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Uncorks one for Davis. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 83 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had a strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the run, now Stafford going to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jarrell Casey make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
He's going to air one out and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Uncorks one for Davis. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off around the 27. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now it's Stafford. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Now a first down throw. Stafford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Jarrell Casey in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jared Davis came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Looking to throw, and the pressure gets to him again. Jalen Reeves-Maybin in there to drop him at sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And some room to roam now. Shreds it. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch the ship. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Watch the ship. Get it.
2nd and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, high 7.
They'll look to throw. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
18 Gator. Touble.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Shoot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Reuben Foster make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Titans.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. He is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Running out of the Wildcat. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Lions first down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 16 yards, a first down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now they'll run with Lewis. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. They try again with Lewis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Touchdown City.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And so they run it in on the two-point try. And it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the two-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the two-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for two. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. It's caught. Humphries. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll drop the throw. Now a desperation throw into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A big pickup of 38. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Stafford. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? Derrick Henry all alone. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Check.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Lions, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5.